Okay, today we are going to solidify our knowledge on solids, liquids, and gases. The first thing that a lot of people did not understand in last lesson is the thing with size. So solids do not change size very easily. They also, though, they don't change shape very easily. If I have this pen and I move it somewhere else into a different container, let's say I move it into this, it's still not going to change size or shape. It's still going to look like a marker, and it's still going to be this tall, and it's still going to be this round, right? So do not change size or shape. Now, a lot of people were confusing size and shape. Let's get this clear. Size does not equal shape. Size means how big something is or how much space it takes up in the world. Shape is like a triangle, a square, a circle. What shape is it? So when we're talking about solids do not change size or shape easily. Now, this is a little different when we're talking about liquids. Liquids change shape, but not size. So liquids can be a triangle, a circle, a square, let's say a hexagon, sure, or any other, some weird shape. Looks kind of like a square, but whatever. You can have all of these shapes in a liquid. It just depends on the container. If I pour water into a triangle container, the water is going to take the shape of that container. It is going to turn into a triangle. Now, if I put that triangle bottle of water into a circular bottle of water, the water is still going to be a circle. It's going to take the shape of the container that you pour it into. But it does not change size. If I go to McDonald's or Burger King and I order a small coffee, it's this big, they give me a small coffee, it's super small. If I take that coffee and I snag a large cup and pour the small coffee into the large cup, suddenly I don't have a large coffee. I still ordered a small coffee. It's not going to expand magically to be a large coffee. That's what we mean by size. If you have certain amount of water and you move it to a different shape container, if you move it to a different shape container, it's still going to have the same amount of water or coffee or whatever liquid you have, but the shape changes. So now it's a triangle, but it started out as kind of a square, I guess. That's what we mean by shape and size. They are not the same thing. So liquids change shape, but not size. Okay, let's move on to gases. So gases are a little different, and they're a little harder because you can't see gases. So when we're talking about gases, we have to use our imagination a little bit more. Gases change shape and size. If you poured some oxygen into a triangle container, it would be a triangle. It would take the shape of the triangle. Same with the circle, a square, a hexagon. Let's see if I can draw it this time. There we go. Or some weird shape. it's going to change shape. It also, however, gases change size. We can change the amount of gas we have based on its container. So when we have, let's say, a small container of air, oxygen, and we move it into a larger container. Say these are atoms. They're going to take up the whole space, but they're still going to be as spread apart as they can. If we move it to a bigger space, it's going to spread out more, but it's still going to take up the entire space. So gases change shape and size. Now, if this concept is still confusing to you, you may just want to memorize what happens with solids, liquids, and gases. A good way to maybe do this is just to think about and memorize maybe just a chart, a simple way. So solids, that's easy. Solid is a no-no. Liquids, yes change in shape, no change in size. That one's fairly easy. You have a yes, no, 50-50, but you need to remember that yes change in shape, no change in size. Gases is pretty easy too. It's yes, yes. Yes change in shape, yes change in size. So if you are still struggling with this concept of what is the difference between shape and size, memorizing might be a good route for this one particular topic. You have no change in shape, no change in size for solids, and you have yes change in shape, yes change in size for gases. The only thing you really need to know is liquids change shape, but don't change size. So if you need to write this down somewhere, you can totally pause this video and add this to your notebook or maybe to your personal notes, wherever you want to write this.